you're trading small when the odds are not in your favor, then that's good. That's going to benefit you. But if you overdo it, it's going to hurt you. It's going to hurt you a ton when volatility spikes up. Fear is a lot more powerful emotion than greed. And we all know greed is powerful, right? You get that FOMO. You're so afraid of missing out. But losing money makes people lose their minds. No one commits suicide because they missed out. But people commit suicide when they lose a ton of money. As a primary option seller, when volatility increases and you do not have a position on, that is an edge for you. It's a real significant edge when volatility increases when you do not have a trade on and you're a primary option seller. A lot of times you hear traders say they welcome volatility, higher volatility, because more money can potentially be made, especially for primary option sellers. But it's always two sides to a coin, or some swords have a double-sided, double-edged sword. And so volatility is that way. It's like a double-edged sword. It can be awesome for you if you don't have anything on or very little on when volatility spikes up a great deal. But if you do have a decent amount on or a lot, then volatility can be very, very bad for you as a primary option seller if it spikes too much. So this is why you guys will hear me say, when you're trading something like the bread and butter strategy that we teach here at Dorian Trader, or the long dated strategy that we teach here that Earning Primary does, is that when the market is going up a lot, that is more risky for you. That is a lot of risk. As volatility is going down, that VIX, and it starts to get to that 15, 14, 13, and even below 13 level, that's just alarm bells that should be screaming all over the place. Danger, danger, danger. Because that's an enemy, once again, to the option seller. Because when the market starts to go down, you're going to be hit in two significant ways. The directional hit, that's going to slam you. And then you're going to get slammed again with that volatility. So we tell members to trade a lot smaller. We say never be over, or try never to be, it says nothing is 100%, more than 40% of your account. Try not to use more than 40% of your account. But when the market is going up a lot, you start to decrease that, 35, 30%, 25, 20%. So it's some of you that I meet with on a regular basis that is primarily doing like a bread and butter strategy, or doing a lot of bread and butter. And you've been anxious to put on more because your buying power has been at 18, 20%. And I've been saying, nah, you're good. You don't have to press anything. You're good. I know you're only using a little bit of your account, but you're good. If it was me, I would keep it this way, because when the volatility spikes up, you're going to be able to take advantage of it, and you're not going to be kicked out of your trades or get nervous because things are all elevated all across your account. Before we continue with the video, I just want to quickly point out, if you need any additional help, please consider joining our trading club. You can do that by clicking on the link in the description area, and you'll get a 3-month trial for a flat fee of $60. We look forward to seeing you in the trading club. Back to the video. If you're trading small when the odds are not in your favor, then that's good. That's going to benefit you. But if you overdo it, it's going to hurt you. It's going to hurt you a ton when volatility spikes up. And so right now we're at a 21 level. That's in that where we talk about in course 1, that fear level. Right, but it's not a lot of fear right now, but it's still more than average. The historical average for the VIX is over, since it started in the in the 90s is 20. But I think that a nice kind of range is 15 to 17. That's kind of like a really calm, not too, complacent, not too fearful. But once you get to that 21 level, you're starting to get more fearful. And sometime when people are fearful, they make poor decisions. I like to say that people are afraid, they will stampede their grandmother trying to get out a door. Fear is a lot more powerful emotion than greed. And we all know greed is powerful, right? You get that FOMO. You're so afraid of missing out. But losing money makes people lose their minds. Maybe I shouldn't say no one, but I'm going to use this as the language so you can understand. No one commits suicide because they missed out. But people commit suicide when they lose a ton of money because that that fear of losing money is a powerful emotion. So you always have to be vigilant. But the bright side of this, you guys, if you're vigilant, regardless if your P&L is looking really bad, it's going to bounce back. You just have to have the ability to hold, right? If you're looking at your 401k right now, it's looking bad over this week. Okay? Yeah, that's just the truth. But that doesn't mean you need to change course. You just have to have the ability to hold, and you do have the ability to hold in 401ks, most of us at least, right? So when you structure your trading, you need to have the ability to hold. And so we talk about here at Dorian Trader using 80% of your account in the safeguard so you can hold. Is it going to look great when the market is down 5, 10, 15, 20%? No, it's not going to look great. No one's no one's preaching that because that would be, you know, disingenuous.